Read something every day, David.
I'm not suggesting you read the American Farriers Journal every day, but although it's a good place to start, I've found that after I finished lunch, I used to just drive between clients eating lunch on the road, and it's not good for your health. And just stopping for a short period of time to actually eat lunch. And after I've eaten lunch, I usually read something, whether it just be a few pages of a book or whether it is the American Farriers Journal or something. I find in the afternoon I have a different mental attitude. Instead of just rushing to the next job and just keeping on running the whole time, you can't keep thrashing a car forever because it'll blow up and you'll do the same to your body. Just taking 5 minutes or so to read something gives you a break, and actually you find that it changes your mental attitude towards your work in the afternoon and actually will invigorate you.
Stand behind your work, Todd.
I know a few people, or I've heard people talk about making a mistake. I, of course, never have done that and so on and so forth, but I'm sorry. In this business, things are going to happen. If a client calls me up and they say, my horse isn't quite right and stuff like that, get your tail over there and find out what it is, because if the vet beats you there because they called them too, you're probably in big trouble. You've got a probably 20% chance that maybe something happened. It's bad luck. Get over there and assume responsibility for what you do. If you don't, it may be detrimental to your business and that client. But let them know that you care. Get over there, cover your hiney, and stand behind your work. Anything that you do, if there's a problem, accept it, be responsible, and take it. So things happen.
Okay, learn to say no, Matt.
Learn to say no. Say no to the bad horses. Say no to the bad clients. Say no to the clients that do not pay you. It'll get back. Somebody will call them and they'll say, well, he won't come do my horse. Well, there's only one of you. Don't do the bad horses. There's too many good horses out there. And there's too many of us, not in this room, there's too many others that will do the bad horses. You don't have to. There's only one of you. Don't get yourself hurt. Learn to say no.
David, you're only as good as your last job.
Just as people judge you by what you look like, how clean your vehicle is, they also judge you by how your job, the finished work on your job looks, how sound the horse is. And that's how people judge you. They don't care how many thousands of nails you've driven into all their horses. They'll remember and tell everybody forever about the one you made the mistake with. So they'll remember about your mistakes. So I just think that if you try very hard and present yourself well and finish the job off, even if you just put some hoof dressing around the horse's feet when you finish, so that it makes it stand out against anybody else's, and also cleaning up after yourself has been spoken about. I think that's important too. And portray yourself and behave as a professional person. You will stand out, and actually you'll get better clients from it.
Okay. Drop down a gear, Todd.
Comes in a lot of different ways, but I see a lot of farriers that pride themselves on speed. I consider them and call them speed demons. There's a reason for that term. Think of the last word. People, even young people, when they're pairing feet, nipping feet, they want to be fast. They want to get her done. Maybe you're a little pressured during that day and stuff like that, and you need to get home at a certain time. Try to maybe not throw that extra horse in so you can do a good job. Haste makes waste. If you'll just slow down, maybe take a look, assess things a little bit, stand back, and you might just get a better job every single time if you slow down. And if you're in a hurry, you're moving around that horse, you know what? That horse might react in a negative way and stuff like that, and it might cost you a lot more time. Slow down.
Okay, we have a few more minutes left, so we'll give Matt and David one more. Okay. Matt, keep your tools maintained.
Maintain your tools. That's one of those things you do in the evening when you get home or in the morning before you wake up. Use the lubricant of your choice, spray your tools down, make sure your knife's sharp. That tilted. It speeds up your work, and it makes you look like that professional that you know what you're doing.
Can I jump to 45?
45, okay. Map your feet.
Map your feet. Just as when you want to go somewhere, we have satellite navigation systems. Most people seem to know where to go to. They know where all their clients are. Other people probably don't, but I think mapping feet has been something that has reared its head in the last few years. And I was taught, well, you take that much off. Well, how much is that much? It's not much of a measurement. Well, it just has to look right, or you take what you need and leave the rest. These are all measurements that you can't quantify. And the two people I know is the Equine Lameness Prevention Organisation and Mark Caldwell are two people that are very coincide with very similar hoof mapping protocols. And I think that everybody here ought to at least go and visit either the organisation or with Mark and find out a little bit more about that, because at least it gives you some quantifiable measurement that you can utilise on a daily basis. And I'm not saying that everybody here isn't successful with their trimming, but it will help with trimming and shoe placement.